Okay, so I'm going to run through how to perform the scatter plots and trend lines activity in Desmos. So the first thing you have to do is you have to set your window. You have to set the window so that you can see what's happening. You can see your graph. So click on this wrench up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and you look at your table. Now on the x-axis, the monthly expenses, we go from 0 to 150 is the highest number. I'm looking at number 1, the table in number 1. Monthly expensive and then online expenses and then online sales. So I don't like to cut my graph right off at the end of my data. So I wanted it to run from 0 to 170. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. And you can see, look at the x-axis. All right, so now let's look at our Y table. And you can see that it goes all the way up to 4,500. Well, once again, I don't like to stop my graph right. I don't like to cut my data off right there. I like to leave a little bit of space. So I'm going to go all the way to 5,000. So you can see where it says Y-axis right here. I'm going from 0 to 5,000. And if you look at the window, 0, 5,000. Alrighty, so when you're finished, click on the wrench again and it'll make that window go away. So now let's follow the instructions. It says enter the data first. So click this little plus sign, it says add item. You want to do a table. So you click that and now you see a table. So now we're going to input the x's first, and it goes like this. So I'm just going to start putting it in. 25, 75, 110, okay, 80. Do not, you notice how I'm just putting numbers. No units, no dollar signs. Desmos won't take it. It just wants the numbers. All right, so let's go 30. And I'm going to pause it and hurry up and finish the x's, and we'll pick it up again to put in the y's. Okay, now we're at the end of the x's, so you're going to take your cursor, put it up to the top of the y's, and you're going to go to the top of your table and begin putting in the y's. No commas, no dollar signs, none of that, just the numbers. 38.92, and I'm going to pause and finish the y's, and then we'll go on to what's next. Oh, and I want you to notice something before I go away. Every time I put in another y value like 3395, look what happens. A dot shows up, okay? It's plotting the points because now it has an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So now I want you to note that we have all of our dots plotted. Remember, we were trying to do this by hand on Monday and Tuesday. So now we're going to, this is where the magic's going to happen. This is where the calculator is going to run the line. So you go back up to the plus, press add item, only this time you're going to put in an expression. All right. Now they're telling you what the expression is, and it has to be put in exactly. All right. So I want you to use your Desmos keyboard because I think it's easy. I think it's going to be easier that way. So let's show the keyboard. So you're going to start with Y. All right, Y. Now they want you to use the tilde. If you look at the calculate the linear regression instructions, and I want to show you where that is. It's in the alphabet keyboard. See that little sign right there? Right there. That's the tilde. Press it. Oops, I'm sorry. One very important thing that I forgot. Also on the alpha keyboard. See this A sub B? You have to put in Y sub 1 and X sub 1 or else it will not work. So I've got Y sub 1 tilde, and then I've got M X sub 1 Okay, we're almost there. You can see we're starting to see a line, and then we're going to go plus B. Okay, so now you see that the data is, now you see that the line is drawn through the data points. And you can see this box is lit up with a bunch of other things. Okay, so at this point now we can answer the questions. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to switch cameras so that we can actually I want to do this first. I want to see if I can't do this way. So I want to show you some things. So question number 1A is what is the equation of the line that's a terrible A, but I'm trying to write with my cursor, with my cursor. So 1A, they want us to write. So here is, you're going to write Y. Okay, Y equals. So I have to write MX plus B, right? Look at this down here. Here's my M. They want you to round it to the nearest hundredth. So it's going to be 24.93. Plus B, oh, X. We're multiplying it by X. Plus B, see you go, see here's B, they give it to you right here. So this is the y-intercept, right? This is how much money they make when they don't spend any money on advertising when x equals 0. So here's 6.97. Okay, so at this point, we've answered 1A. Now 1B asks you to stretch a question, okay? Now I already explained to you guys about extrapolation and interpolation. I will add those definitions to the assignment in the body of the assignment, okay? Because I don't want to waste time trying to do it here by hand. But the important thing, the other thing that I want you to notice, so I want you to notice that here's where M, here's your slope, here is your y-intercept right there. And then the last question they ask you is what is R? R is your correlation coefficient. And you can see this one is 0.97. That's really close to 1. That means that this data set shows a strong positive correlation to the amount of money between the amount of money you spend on advertising and your amount of online sales. Hope this helps. See you in the next video.